Well, guys, welcome to MLB the Show. Now, I know I did a little video with the pack opening stuff, introducing it. It was kind of a thing where I was a little bit in a rush. I wanted to get into some gameplay. I wanted to get into getting some players. I wanted to open some packs, so we kept it short. But this is going to be your first video involving Diamond Dynasty, involving gameplay, involving tips, and I'm going to get you guys to be the best hitter you guys can possibly be. Now, I've gotten a ton of compliments from people off of my past hitting tips videos because a lot of you guys swear that I helped you guys get to the World Series, or it's that next step that you guys were unable to get to before. The reason why I know I can do that for you guys is because I know what common mistakes people do wrong when they're hitting, and I know how to fix those mistakes. I know how to get you guys to your full potential. I promise that. If you guys watch this video multiple times and just kind of study it, practice it, work on it, and just grind everything that I promise you that you guys will be becoming better hitters, especially by the end of this year. I mean, I've played a few games, and I know that this game is going to be rewarding you for your good contact. It just is. If you are patient and have good at-bats and you put together the swings that you need to put together, you are going to be doing just fine. We just need to make sure to get perfect, all right? So first, let's go over our settings and our PCI to help you guys have the best hitting skills possible. So guys, these are my hitting settings. I know a lot of you guys already know how I hit, but this is for you guys that are new to this game. A lot of you guys, I wasn't around when MLB 19 started, so a lot of you guys that may come in and watch videos and tips videos just to get the hang of it in the beginning of the game, but kind of fade off towards the end of the year, this is why I'm doing this right now. I'm your friend Kyle. I'm one of the best players in the world. I've been top 3 for a very long time now, always making sure that I get high in the standings, and then I usually stop like halfway through the year anyways. But I've made a lot of money playing this game in wagers, tournaments, and overall I say I have a pretty good reach in the community due to me being able to make videos like this and help people out. So I've gotten a pretty good reputation when it comes to this stuff. I'm hoping that it helps you guys as well. But I'll go over these strategies for you guys that don't know. For you guys that do know, you can skip ahead or just remind yourself right now. I'm also going to be going over PCI, so you guys should probably stay. Alright, so my hitting view, strike zone. Strike zone gives me the best possible view to put my PCI on the proper area per se on the ball, and also the hitting view helps me distinguish balls and strikes the easiest. Now, I suggest you go to custom practice and you try all these different hitting view cameras just so you know which one you feel most comfortable. I suggest you get one where you can successfully distinguish the break of a curveball and the path of a fastball. You want to make sure that you know where pitches are going at all times. Strike zone helps me do that. In-play view offense is just how the presentation of the field looks after you hit the ball. For me, medium helps me get the best idea of where my ball is going to land and whether I can tag up and all that stuff. Sometimes on dynamic, the visuals get a little tough because you're angled down. So sometimes you may think a ball's going to get over the outfielder's head. You may, send your runners and you may get doubled up. So I think medium's the safest. If you guys are just learning how to play, I would go medium. Hitting interface, this is obviously a must and probably the most important part of the hitting settings. If you guys don't use zone, you guys absolutely need to start. Zone is what makes you have the PCI and what makes you move the PCI, which is the indicator in the middle, to decide where your swing is going to go. Especially this year, that is so important because it is not as rewarding when you're swinging at balls that are outside of your PCI, but when you get center, there's a good chance that you're going to get perfect and hit a home run or something like that. So you need to work on zone to make sure that you're putting success into your own hands. You're deciding whether you're going to hit well or not. You're not letting the computer decide, okay? PCI, that is the thing I'm talking about. You always want this on. A lot of people try using it off. I'm not sure why. I always want to see where my indicator is at all times. I need to know that I'm putting it in the right spot. Okay, so I love having my plate coverage indicator on. For my PCI center, I use diamonds. Basically, what you got is you got your PCI, and you'll see it in the game, but it's like a parentheses like that, it's an outer parentheses like that, and then in the middle you have 3 indicators. Now those indicators are what you need to get perfect. You need one of those 3 indicators to reach the ball some type of way, and you need perfect timing. So with diamonds, to me it's not too big. Like the they have this one right here, this altitude. Those are long lines, they just are distracting. But circles are a little smaller. Diamonds to me is just the perfect size in the middle. But I suggest you try circles. If you don't like diamonds, try them both, okay? Try them both. Now, oh, we'll go back to there. PCI inner, basic. I like basic. It's just regular parentheses. It's just try them all out. Go to custom practice, try them all out, but this is what I'm going over, okay? Now, for the PCI color, I'm using green because green's not too distracting. I use 50% transparency, which means you can kind of see through it a little bit. It's not completely solid, so you're not gonna lose vision of anything pretty much. So to me, these are really good combinations. In PCI fade out, I choose to fade out only the outer, so my little smaller indicator is the only thing that's left while the pitch is in motion, because I want to make sure that I'm getting that there and not having any distractions on the outer part. Once we hop into the game, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about with this PCI, right? Now, one thing that I tell a lot of you guys always, and I will continue to tell you guys, go to custom practice if you're struggling or you're just learning to do this. Go to custom practice, pick your hitting scenario, pick a good hitter that you like, pick a hard pitcher that you really don't like so you could get some reps in and practice against him, and work on your different cameras, work on your different PCI settings. That way you're doing that stuff and you're trying it, but you're not risking your record or your rating points. That's a good place to go to get your reps up and get some hits going. And so is Challenge of the Week. It progresses in difficulty, so the better you do, the higher it gets, and it'll get you feeling good and loose before you get in a ranked seasons game. These are 2 good ways to warm up and 2 good ways to get out of a slump. You practice in those. So one thing that I like to do is a lot of people like to go to a custom practice during their hitting tips videos, and they like to show you what they do in custom practice and kind of explain it there. To me, I think the best way to show you how to hit is to go in an actual game against an actual guy who's trying to strike you out and trying to win a game, and showing you how to put your strategy into that game, okay? I'm gonna go through all of my approaches as I'm going through the whole game, what I'm trying to do, what my approach is for every situation, and to me, that's the best way for you guys to learn. Watching me adapt to changes and doing all this stuff and how I make my lineups and how I strategize certain stuff, to me, that's the most important part. All right, so I'm gonna go over with you my team right now. Now, the only thing about this isn't necessarily a team that I would always use. Right now, these are the best guys I have because it's early in the year, so obviously this is a pretty good team. But I don't necessarily build my team like this usually. I try to have a good balance of speed, power, contact, all of that stuff. Also switch hitters and a good balance of lefties and righties. Right now, I just kind of went with the best possible guys, so I don't really have a fast team. And, you know, there's some issues there, but I'll go over my lineup right now. I always like to alternate handedness for platoon advantages. So I got a switch hitter, a righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, switch. I feel like that's good, especially with the new three-handed pitcher rule. The new 3-batter pitcher rule, where pitchers have to come in and face at least 3 batters or face the end of the inning in order to, you know, be taken out. So you got to take advantage of that. If somebody does that, you want to make sure that you're going to have somebody that's going to come up and hit well off of them, okay? So we're going to also talk about that strategy and how to counter against that. So we got Ketel Marte, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Mike Piazza, Christian Yelich, Nolan Arenado, Willie Stargell, and Francisco Lindor. Now this team's not very fast, but it does have a consistent amount of power, so we can do our job for sure. On our bench we got Acuna, Pete Alonso, Anthony Rendon, Freddie Freeman, and Vlad. Vlad's the Nationals collection. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start. I want to show you guys how I hit. I want to show you guys what I do, and hopefully it rubs off on you guys and helps you guys. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like when I pick ship it all the time, so we're going to be playing somewhere different this year. Let's try here. Might as well. Make sure to hit subscribe on this video, you guys, especially if you're new here watching this tips video. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subs, but I'm going to be coming out with tips videos like this all the time, and I'm going to get you guys to World Series. If you guys have not had a good record, or if you guys have not had success, I'm going to get you there just with my videos. Even the videos where I'm not making tips, you watch me play, you watch what I do, I'm always explaining what I'm doing. I promise that it'll benefit you guys. Make sure to do that, alright? Make sure to show some love. Also, leave a thumbs up on this video if you guys either enjoyed it, like the way I explain things, or if this video helped you. Just make sure to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, let me know what you liked about it, what you thought I could have done differently, and what you thought was helpful. Alright, so the first thing we want to check out, obviously, is what handedness pitcher he has. So he has Zach Wheeler. Now, obviously, my team's a little better than his. I also spent more money than him, so you kind of give or take that. I'm sure he's okay with not spending as much money as I had to spend. But Zach Wheeler on the mound, it's a righty. We have a very good lineup against righties, so we can apply our approach perfectly. Alright, the first game of MLB the Show 20 on this channel. Alright, so you guys see my PCI. This is what it looks like when it's green, okay? Now, one thing that you can do is I used to do it like this, where I used to start it right in the middle, and I used to just react to pitches. Okay, we get a nice little single. Oh, he caught it. Okay, that's unfortunate. Now, one thing that I'll explain is what I do now, and I put my PCI a teeny bit up in it. A teeny bit up in it. So you'll see as I move my PCI a little bit that basically I'm making it where I'm not being biased towards up and in, but I'm more ready for up and in. So it's made me kill fastballs and stuff and high and in stuff a lot better. Now for you guys that have always said you're struggling with high and up, see how my PCI moved a little bit up? And because of that, we get a perfect home run. Okay? I started my PCI a little bit up, so we were able to get to that fastball perfectly. That's what that helps with, okay? As you can see, perfect. The first perfect we get on this video is a home run. And then we get another perfect right after, but it's a ground ball. And with that feedback, it probably should be a ground ball. So when it comes to lineouts and stuff like that, you guys, it does seem a lot better. Now, before I keep on going for my hitting, I'm showing you guys my control freaks. Now, I use these and I love them. These are galaxies, they're purple, they're the purple galaxies, and basically I use the high rise on my left to aim my PCI, and I use the short one to pitch because it helps me, oh man, I wish he went. It helps me actually become a little more accurate. I never used to use one while pitching, and I'll go over all of that in my pitching tips video, but for the high rise one, I actually really love it so far because it makes it where my movements are a lot less, you know, a lot less emphasized. You know, I don't drop all the way down, I don't slam all the way up. I'm able to make more precise movements with my PCI. And sorry for the boring uniforms, you guys. You guys know I'll make some nice uniforms after this. Now, one thing I want to explain to you guys for this game, right? For this game, since it's so rewarding when you get good hits, you want to make sure to take pitches, okay? You want to work the count. You want to make it where the pitcher is more likely to throw a pitch that you can hit hard. So I'll sit there and sometimes I'll take until a strike. So right now, I'm going to take until a strike with Christian Yelich. I'm going to make him come to me and throw a strike. That may have been a pitch if I wasn't taken that I could have swung at and popped out. So right now it's 3-0. We're going to take again. Ew, that's a questionable one. So 3-1. I think I'm going to take again just to make sure he earns the strike because he was getting a little wild, and just like that, we get a runner on first, all right? When a guy's pitching wild, in this game, if you get a guy in a 3-0 count or a 3-1 count and he has to come to you with a fastball, when you're using a stacked player, there's a good chance you're going to hit a home run. It's not like other years where even if you're swinging 3-1 or 3-0 and you get a fastball and you perfectly center it and you line out, it's not like that this year, man. It is not like that this year. In this year, if you smack a ball, it's probably going to be a hit or it's going to go out. Alright, so that's what we're... You see that? You see that? We get a fastball that was able to be punished, and we drive it the other way perfectly. We get a good feedback. See, all I'm doing is I'm sitting and I'm waiting for a pitch that I know I can hit well. The pitches that I know I can hit well, fastballs, well, I'm confident against all pitches, obviously, because of my approach and because of what I'm doing with my PCI now. I feel like I can get to any pitch that's thrown to me. The way I'm holding my PCI up a teeny bit, it's just going like this, you guys. Can you see my hand? Okay. It's just going like that a little bit. So I could just go immediately up like that or adjust and go down. That's all it is. It's the slightest movement and the slightest adjustment, but it works so well for me. See? I was starting up and in, but I was able to still see and adjust it and move it down to cover the ball. Obviously the ball was a little low, but we still got good contact on it because of that. Okay, so we're gonna try to get a ton of runs in this game. Oh man, we got Garrett Cole. What I'm gonna do here, all right guys, this is a perfect example for you guys. This is a perfect example of a strategy that you can use in game. I have my pitcher up. I'm up 2-0 and I have bases loaded. I'm just gonna strike out. Well, if he walks me or something, he walks me. But I'm gonna take all the pitches because one, I'm working his pitch count. Right now he's thrown at least 5 pitches to me. And two, I don't want to hit into a double play. I don't want to hit into a triple play for sure. And you know, a strikeout's just not that bad right now. I get one of my best hitters up now with bases loaded and 1 out, opposed to hitting into a double play and not scoring a run. One thing I also have to take into consideration is I had a 31 speed on third. What are the odds that with my pitcher, I was going to hit a ball deep enough to where that guy can score? There's just really no upside in swinging with your pitcher there. Especially when you know that you're going to get rewarded if you hit the ball well with your other guy. And then Aaron Judge. That's how you clear the bases, baby. That's what I'm telling you guys. If you guys have good at-bats, let him throw the balls that he wants to throw, but take advantage of those pitches that he makes a mistake on. That's all you got to do. Just make sure that you are sitting there ready to capitalize on any mistake he makes. And it's easy to make mistakes in this year's game pitching. So all you got to do, hang tight. If it's an off-speed pitch and you feel like you're not adjusting to it properly, even if it's a strike right down the middle, if you know you're not going to be completely on it, don't swing at it. Just take it. Unless there's 2 strikes, obviously. But if it's not a ball that you think you're going to crush, there's no point in swinging at it because you're just going to pop out or ground out. You know what I mean? There's no point in wasting that at-bat. It don't matter where that pitch is, down the middle, wherever. If you're not adjusting to it properly, whether you're going to be late, whether you're going to be early, whether you know your PTI is not going to be on it, just eat it. Don't swing. Let it be a strike, then move on. Move on and just do your thing. Make sure you're looking for that pitch that he's going to make a mistake on. That's all I'm trying to do. Anytime in the count, I'm trying to put myself in situations where they get behind in the count and they have to come to me and throw a pitch down the middle, towards around the middle, and I'm going to take advantage of it every time. So that's where we're at right now. As you see, we get the rage quit because we scored 5 or 6 runs in the first 2 or 3 innings. So we're going to play another quick one, hope to get another rage quit, and hopefully by that time you guys can see kind of the approach I'm talking about. Another reason why I want to do this is because I want to show you my approach against a different type of styled player with a different type of pitcher. You know what I mean? I want to show you that it's like that with... I want to show you that it's different every game, you know? Obviously, there's cases where it's not always different. Some people do play similar, but for now... Ooh! This guy's got a nice team. He's got Trout. Damn, okay. We're gonna have a good game. We're gonna have a good game. God Squad versus God Squad. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you guys didn't see the score that whole time. Alright, that's where we're gonna be keeping our, this is where we're gonna be keeping our camera for the rest of time. Now that this, frickin' scoreboard stays there. I'm sorry about that, guys. I really am. Ooh, that's a nasty curveball still that Kershaw has. Alright, so 0-2. Nice. Nice. I knew we pieced that ball. I just didn't know if it was going to be a line out because it wasn't a perfect, but that's a great hit. We were able to take advantage of an 0-2 mistake. Now we got Nolan Arenado against a lefty. Alright, so right here, in counts like this, right, I have a man on second and third. He's probably going to be trying to pitch around me to try to make me make weak contact, so I'm definitely waiting for a mistake. I'm not going to swing at any borderline stuff because I know he's trying to pitch around me and not give me a pitch to hit. So only time I'm going to swing is if it's a mistake like that. I didn't take advantage of it, but I am going to get the run home. I hope. Oh my god, that was close. Trout's got an arm this year. But we get the run home, as I was saying. We got a pitch that we knew we could at least put in the outfield, and we get the run home. I'm going to make one slight change right now, you guys, okay? And I'm going to show you how I try to adjust to certain things. I'm gonna go back to yellow because I was doing really well with yellow yesterday, and I was doing really well at 60%. I'm gonna see if this can help me see a little better. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm so used to this color from other years. And if I could just do that every time, then we'll be fine. But you gotta know what's going wrong when you're struggling. You know what I mean? You gotta pay attention to your feedback. You gotta pay attention to multiple things. Are you struggling because you're not seeing the ball well? Oh, Cody Bellinger with the perfect lefty tank? Yep, that's the type of year it's gonna be, baby. But anyways, you gotta recognize what you're doing wrong. If you don't feel comfortable with your PCI, you gotta change it, just like I did. If you feel like you're not getting on things, you know what I mean? And on time, it means you're late because you're doing something wrong, whether it be your PCI placements, whether it be you're not looking at the ball from the right area. There's multiple things that can go to that. Sometimes you're flailing too early because you're a little too excited. You gotta ease up a little bit. You just gotta recognize what you're doing wrong and know how to fix it. Oh man, another perfect. You guys, as you can see, if you get perfect, there's a good chance you're gonna get a home run because these guys have good power. Man, Acuna's been nice, dude. Acuna's been nice. So guys, if there's any other tips that I come along for the rest of this game, then I'll make sure to add them in. But for now, I'm just gonna let this game play out. I'll show you guys the highlights of it because I feel like I've pretty much gone over everything that I need to go over. Make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what questions you guys still have. Oh, that's another thing. Get a monitor. Get a damn monitor. Everybody's always asking me, Kyle, is a monitor that much better than a TV? Yes. Yes, it is. Get a 1 millisecond response time monitor. Do it now. If you want to be good at... That's terrible. If you want to be good at this game, you're going to need a monitor, alright guys? So make sure to do that. It makes it where there's less input lag, you know what I mean? It's just a funner gaming experience. You have to make sure to do that. But if you guys have any other questions, make sure to leave them below so I can answer them, alright? I'll personally answer a lot of these questions. So just make sure to do that. Make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video again, and make sure to hit subscribe if you guys haven't, because I'm really trying to get it going this year. Alright guys, I appreciate you all. Like I said, I'll keep going with this game. If there's any highlights, I'll show you guys, but for the tips, unless I think of anything else, that's gonna be all. Alright, damn it. Oh wow. Okay, Judge got some power, huh? There we go, Acuna. Absolutely blast that ball. Acuna's been nasty, bro. I put him off the bench and he already has 2 tanks and a double. Might have to throw him back in there. Oh my god, Willis Stargell. Perfect. There we go again, baby. Perfects look lovely in this game. As you guys can see, I've been pitching flawlessly. I cannot wait to get you guys my pitching tips video, and I think it's going to be necessary this year because a lot of other people are struggling with pitching. Giving up a lot of runs. Not me. My ERA looking clean. I'll show you guys after this, alright? Aaron Judge. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, we need one more run for the Mercy, you guys. Let's get it. And we walk it off with another jack. We get the Mercy with Cody Bellinger. Just an absolutely crazy game. Oh, and it shows the walk-off animation as if he just walked it off in the World Series. Not a game that was 11-1. So, we get the win. I got to show you guys a little bit about my approach, a little bit how to approach things yourselves, especially for you beginners. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what questions you guys may have. There's ways to get a hold of me all over social media. Make sure to follow my Twitter, Instagram, but definitely make sure to sub to me on here, okay guys? I'm going to have a bunch of cool stuff coming up. A bunch of cool stuff. Now, before I end this video, let me show you my stats so far this season, just so you guys can get an idea of how I've been performing so far. Current season. So we're 7-0. We're batting 516. We got a 518 on base. We got a 1480 slugging, and our ERA is 2.70. I'm happy about these stats. All right, let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys soon. Peace.